Day of Difference is a schools programme, a theatre and education programme. The opening of the day starts off with the whole year group together, and we show the students a series of images, and those images are of people who have visible difference. And then they break out into small groups and they're given a colour each, so yellow, red, blue, and a piece of information about that colour is given, and then they create a culture.
What are you most proud of in your Redland? And you're going to talk about that in your groups. You're going to talk about what you are most proud of and why, what your nation, what Redland people are good at, and also what traditions you have.
And then after the break time, the yellows experience an ecological disaster, which means that the yellows are not able to stay in their land, and then they are distributed as refugees into the other lands.
Yellow land lies close to the sea, and there has been a tsunami which has washed water over their land. We have managed to save a significant amount of yellows, but they will not be able to stay in their country. They will be seeking refuge in this country and other countries. So you need to decide as a group how many yellows you are willing to take.
0! We don't want them in here.
As the disaster came in, we were taken out and groups wanted to go to certain areas, and then they were just taken out, right, you 5 are going here, you 5 are going there.
We are yellow! Right, you can come into our home. Right, so let's switch. You guys take a bit of each. No!
An explosive part of the day, but really interesting in terms of how we as humans treat other people and whether we welcome them or whether we want to shut the door.
It was really interesting to see how actually horrible some really nice students can be there. Because they were in character and in role, it was like, you are going straight to prison, you're not part of this culture. And they were making them derobe of their yellow, they had bands and things on.
The kids have gone tribal. Because they've been given that colour, because they've thought about their identity, they are so aware of their difference to others. They're genuinely experiencing how strongly otherness is to them. And all the staff here are absolutely chatting away, comparing notes. They cannot believe what the students have said.
And then in the afternoon they go through like a game which is about questioning, and then that's all preparing them for a visitor that's waiting outside the door, and we bring them in, and one of those visitors are the people that they wrote about at the beginning of the day. And they basically spend the afternoon asking questions to that visitor and finding out about their different life experience.
At the first bit of assembly and you see all the people, you think you just laugh at them because they just look really funny, and then when they come in you're like, oh, I've seen them people in the thing and I've laughed at them. So when you see them and they start talking to you, you feel a bit uncomfortable.
It made me think about how we just judge people by what we've heard, not like how they are.
I think you really get the sense that the class really feels they can ask you anything and talk about anything, and perhaps use words that they're not sure are entirely acceptable. One girl asked me recently, have you ever tried being normal? Which you could get quite offended at, but actually it opened up a whole conversation about what's normal for people, and you wouldn't get that otherwise.
To have like 20 people staring at you, asking you very personal questions, it was scary in the beginning. The media affects these people's lives, and when they hear from real people, real life stories from different backgrounds, that would definitely change their minds.
We actually unearthed some really important issues that may not have been addressed in a regular school day. In fact, wouldn't have been addressed. And we were able to work with them to understand the issues that they were facing, the challenges it was to them as individuals, and working with them to overcome those difficulties was really meaningful.
And I think the fact that the teachers have a better understanding of what some of our students go through on a daily basis will mean that they are able to come to us and talk about any concerns and any problems that they do have. I think it's brought us together as a tutor group. I think it's made the students more aware of what other people go through.
Yes, I would recommend other schools do this if they are genuine about wanting to affect change. This is a tool which is very powerful. It's because it's not about a teacher teaching and young people just absorbing. It's about everyone experiencing. And I have to say, Day of Difference is really, really effective.